Hameen Media Group presents your NXT Next Level Wrestling Review with your host, Big Ray and the Vet. So,
are you ready? We said, are you ready?
Hameen Media Group presents your NXT Next Level.
All right, so I hit the wrong button.
Review.
So we'll just let it play out in the background. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. I'm gonna let it play out. Am I ready? I don't know. What? Are we already? Yes, Triple H. I'm sorry, we already did this.
What's your name, fella?
Triple H.
Sorry, buddy. Anyway, I'm having a weird morning. It's a good morning, though. It's a good morning. Speaking of good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good afternoon, good night. This is your Next Level Wrestling Review, and I am the pundit of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some lucha libre, which is your Spanish lesson for wrestling today. I can't believe it. I'm all screwed up. What is going on? What is happening this morning? You know what? I'm lucky. I'm very lucky because I work here at HMG with the best in the world. He'll fix everything. With a smile, with a snare. Does he care? Sure. And he's just in his underwear. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one, the only.
The Vet.
I think he's wearing pants.
He's a Rip Rogers guy.
Or not.
The Vet.
Not wearing pants.
Rip Rogers guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is indeed a Rip Rogers guy. The Vet Jamie Williams, what's going on? Are you wearing pants? Oh, wait. See? Hold on. Are you wearing pants?
No pants.
No pants. No pants. Remember blue pants?
She doesn't go away.
I asked Jimmy that question. What was the name? What was their theme song again? It was something stupid, like her gimmick.
It was like, well, I believe somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe like Enzo and Cass, like maybe Cass like made up a theme song on the spot a cappella for her. He was like da 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 da, like it was trying to be like a Price is Right type thing, and then they just had later on they just had a recording of that.
And didn't they actually use the Price is Right theme though at one time? That's what it was.
It was like the WCW version of the Price is Right theme, except it was Cass singing it.
So hold on, so that was Kaz. So it was Kaz and Enzo?
I think so. I'm not positive. It was a long time ago. This is all the way back when NXT was good.
Black and gold. You know, they were talking about that. A lot like NXT Black and Gold was kind of a I don't know, like a little thing here this week, and it just made me think, man, about going to NXT in Brooklyn. You know, I went there a couple of times with BRV, and it's like, what a great like I was there when Nakamura just like showed up the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Owens was there, Sami Zayn, he sucks, but he was there.
Well, what we got on this episode was after that. It was the beginning of the decline, you know?
I'm going to ask you something. I think this is a fair question, just to kick off this show.
Okay.
Is this NXT as obviously not as great, or not even great, not even as good as NXT Black and Gold? Is it still better than that rainbow shit? That rainbow version when Vince McMahon and Deuce took over? Like, would you rather watch this than watch that product back then? I do feel there is a difference. That's what
in some ways there are differences. In some ways it's the same. In some ways it's kind of always been like this. I feel like every version of NXT is alive today in some form.
Interesting.
But pretty much everything bad. Like, all the good stuff is gone. So what we're really left with is like, okay, which of these talents do we prefer to watch on any given night? And not so much like, we know we're not going to get good stories. We know we're not going to get good vignettes or promos or anything. It's just really comes down to like, who do we want on the screen? That's what I think. What about you?
Man, you're so on point with that. You're right. It's like they took a little bit from every era of NXT, but they only took the good stuff out of the really shitty eras. Does that make sense? And they didn't really carry over too much of the really good stuff from the black and gold, which makes this era the ultimate meh. M-E-H.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Like, I don't hate watching the show. I don't love watching the show. It's just a show. I know what's going to happen. I more or less know that there's going to be a love triangle or a betrayal or there'll be at least one pretty solid match. Go ahead, what are you laughing at?
Or somebody's going to go through a barricade.
Somebody's going to go through a barricade. Those barricades, by the way, WWE needs to invest money in barricades that actually work, because apparently these fucking Lego gimmicks don't work.
Fans aren't safe.
Nobody's safe, Vet. And you know what, Vet? Neither are we. Vet, it is time. It's been a little while. I don't think we did it last week. So this week we will acknowledge our friends and family.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. You're gonna acknowledge me. You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
Oh, I can only imagine what Mike upstairs would think about this. Mikey, Media M5. I know you got the gabagool, but can you bring down some black and gabagold, please? It's fair. Shout outs to Media M5, Big Mike up in heaven, looking down. Hopefully you don't have to look at I wonder if in heaven all wrestling is like NXT Black and Gold.
I could only hope.
It was such an awesome time to be a wrestling fan during that time. When Takeover, you knew you were going to get the best wrestling show of the year.
I can tell you the moment.
Go for it.
The moment they went to USA 2 Hours Live, that was the end.
Killed it.
You know, they used to do tapings, so we had some continuity there. Nice digestible 50-some minutes, on WWE Network each week. You had your little angles, and they built to a takeover, and you got your little takeover. And obviously they had the best of the up-and-coming talent with the best of the veteran talent that WWE didn't have yet or didn't want. So, you had a nice little mix there, and WWE was just treading water, coasting like they've been for years, and this was a viable thing. But the moment they were called upon to like double the output, or it's actually like quadrupling the output.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because instead of 4 hours a month, you had, what? It's 8 hours, 8 hours, and yeah, it's bad. So
it's reminiscent of TNA. I remember when TNA was an hour long. It was they called it like the best hour in wrestling or something, like the most action-packed hour in wrestling. And then when it went to 2 hours, it did lose something. Still good at the time. I'm talking about back in the day. Like,
remember it was on, what was it? Was it Fox Sports or whatever with
Fox
the ticker?
Sports. Yeah. Fox Sports. It was on Fox Sports.
There was many a pounce during the during the Fox Sports era.
It's a little cold in here. Nipples shooting through the shirt. Anyway, let's give a shout out to Frank's Pickleball Ass, the biggest ass in all of HMG. The Mr. We have the windiest of all Chris's. I call him Chuckles, aka Chuckles himself, Mr. Chris Winland. He says, Miss Parker.
Yes, boy.
I miss those guys, by the way. We have the real RBV says, good morning, Hami and Army. That is one sexy thumbnail. It is one sexy chocolate thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't see it, you missed it. We have the master and ruler of the world doesn't give a damn who you are. Saint Vicious. He's here. What are they testing on Lab Rat today?
Chocolate thumbnails?
Chocolate Rain. Chocolate Rain. Is that the first viral song on YouTube?
Who knows?
Chocolate Rain. Tay Zonde. Give a big shout out to Tay Zonde. He does follow me on Twitter. We have the dancer one, the handsome one, the slasher one, the dancing Hanson slash and Dan Heffron. Greetings and salutations, my brother. We have the hottest man in all of HMG and the hottest man.
All of the negative Phantom Zone. Scott Woodford
Yeah.
is here. Hi, Scott Woodford.
Where I was, there was no pain. There was
only NXT Black and Gold.
It was NXT Black and Gold in Brooklyn.
It was glorious.
It's glorious. Yeah, I don't think you guys understand what it was to see Asuka coming out for the very first time. You feel me? In Brooklyn, New York. For me, seeing her, oh my God, dude. Forget about it. How you doing? We got the PWC network. It's probably Jimmy. Is it Jimmy T? Yeah. Yeah, it's our brother from down under. The man from Melbourne. Jimmy T. The Wallaby himself. Yeah. What else we got here, brother? We have Mr. Frizz Forever. This is Zack Attack. Mr. Zach Minger. Is it Minger or Minger? I keep asking. Or Minger. Happy National Baby Back Ribs Day. Vet, can you go for some barbecue baby back ribs? I want my baby back.
Could I go for some? You mean like, do I want any?
Like right now. Smothered in barbecue sauce and onions.
Yeah, it's probably
right?
I could probably fit that in.
With a side of pancakes.
No.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a man who is magnanimous. We have a man that is effervescent. We have a man that is absolutely scholarly. We have a man that is absolutely glorious. God. Professor Chalbelo Veracruz. What's going on, brother?
And he is absolutely lying. HBK NXT better than Triple H NXT? Get out of here.
No way. Sorry, Professor. I love you, but
Your teaching license is revoked.
he's the same one that says that Arn Anderson is the greatest NWA TV champion when we all know it's Arn Anderson.
You said Arn Anderson both times.
I'm sorry, Tully Blanchard.
Yeah,
Tully's the TV champion. Am I
yeah,
wrong?
leave the trolling up to Zane Vicious, Professor. You're a professor. He's the troll.
He is
Don't
the
you be the troll.
Ladies and gentlemen, he asks you to wake him up when September ends. Today is his birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, happy birthday to Revamped Wrestling in standard definition. Happy birthday, my friend. Let's give a round of applause to our brother. All right. Happy birthday. Woohoo! All right, cut it. Sorry. Happy birthday, Revamp Wrestling. We love you. We appreciate you. It is September 3rd. So now you guys all know. Is this still going? The applause was still going. You can shoot your Venmo to Revamp Wrestling at Venmo. I don't know how that works. I don't use Venmo. Oh, my God. We have not only our brother from Israel, Shalom, but he is apparently no longer the king of 2K. He is the booker of the decade in the universe mode. It is the one, the only, Aaron Ben Shlomo. He says, hello, everybody. Vet. The great Ray. The great Ray? Oh, wow. I haven't been called that since high school. And
Were you called that in high school?
Well, she did. Anyway. Oh, I loved high school. Have a great show. We're going to try. And I'll tell you, that teacher was never the same again. All right, let's see what we got here. We got the one, the only.
That was cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded is here, folks. Just a simple good morning. That's all we need. And we did acknowledge our friend, the ghost of MV Hitman. Just please tell us what it's like to see black and gold wrestling again. Is that where wrestling goes to die? And then, like, anything AEW goes to wrestling hell? Fun fact, I went on HBO Max, Vet, because they have, like, the entire pay-per-view library. Me and Matt were going back and forth regarding this, whether they're going to be streaming the pay-per-views now, you know, as part of HBO Max. I think they are. Matt thinks that you're still going to have to pay for it. I don't really know. But I did watch, not Double or Nothing, the one right after, 2019. I forgot what pay-per-view that was. Anyway, really good. Like, it was a different feel. It's when AEW was good. It was like black and gold. It's black and gold AEW. Different world, Vet. That's back when they offered wrestlers health care and equal pay. You remember. All right. What are they testing in the lab right now? Chris Gallegos. Legos my Gallegos. He says, hey, what's como estás tú? That is some fucked up Spanish right there.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, we have thoughts now. As I scroll. Hold on. Yeah, slip into it. Yeah. The lovely Elizabeth. Yeah. Just walking down that aisle. Yeah. I'm gonna play some different music here. I'm fucking bored with this shit. That's better. More calm. All right. Who else? Wow, we got a lot of people here today, man. We got Blaze Nick. Spark one up. Is that what the kids say? Light up a fatty. Roll up a fatty. Right? I don't.
You could roll it up and then light it.
You can. I made a bong out of what was it? Empty marker casing, some aluminum foil, and some hopes and dreams. It worked. All right, let me see. Do we have anybody else here? Am I missing anybody? Yes. I told you this person is becoming a very favorite of mine. I like that name. Arakara Blue. Do you know what that is? What's an arakara? It's Japanese for nothing? Just
Yeah, I don't know.
JWoww talking Japanese. Do you know that? Do you remember her? Do you remember her?
No, I learned about this from you.
Did you follow up though? Konnichiwa.
No follow up.
Konnichiwa. The big gimmicks popping up and down. No. Look up JWoww talking Japanese, folks, on YouTube. Some of the old anyway. Jimmy. Wait, if this is Jimmy T, then who the hell?
He's just logging in on multiple accounts.
Hold on. What the fuck? All right, folks. I think that's it. I don't know if I missed. Oh wait, it's been a while. Let me just pull this up.
Yeah, we can't.
I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
What's that make us?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, so much better that I don't need to do that anymore. I found the soundbite. Love you, Dark Side. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome back to the show. I am fast forwarding. I think that's it, right? Dark Side Caster was the last guy.
I think so.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you have all been acknowledged. The music's going to fade very, very softly. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the one, the two. Do some ASMR. The 3 count. This is the 3 count. With the latest breaking news in pro wrestling, sports, pop culture, and more. Now back to Big Ray and the Vet. All right, so Brian Alvarez, vet, is outright saying 100% he is staking his career, allegedly, on this, that AJ Lee is returning to WWE, and she will team up with her husband, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins, as Jimmy T called it. Hey, man, dear. He's here. For you.
You can't acknowledge Mandir. He's late. See, this is the problem. When you do individual acknowledgments, you have to be here on time. As soon as he hits that 3 count music, you're cut off.
But then all the lady dear. Oh.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love you, man, dear. Rock on. Anyway. All right, so I think we all knew this, right, Vet? It's not really news. I mean, we've seen video of her training, or maybe I have. I don't know if you've seen it.
I don't know.
She looks fantastic.
Yeah.
She is in good shape. A little older, got a little more meat in those bones. She's always adorable. I've always liked AJ Lee. I really have always liked AJ Lee. I think she is very underappreciated. That's cool. Say your thoughts on this, man. I don't know if you've spoken about it. Oh, maybe you have with Jimmy T, right? Because Jimmy T brings up the same story over and over again. Is that correct? Jerome's in the house. Sorry, I knew you said no.
The story hadn't happened yet.
Jerome's in the house. Jerome.
Yeah. Hey, like, whatever, man.
Who cares, right? Who cares?
Yeah, it's okay. It's nice. What did you think of the What'd you think of Punk and the Man going toe to toe on Monday?
Man, I saw some mark ass bitch put up. You know what? I might have it here. Let's see. I thought it was great. I thought it was wonderful how he didn't how she just paintbrushed the shit out of him. See, now somebody put this up, and I don't mean to blow up anybody's spot, but I have to, because this is the thought process what makes me want to retire from wrestling podcasting. You ready for this? I'm gonna throw it up here. So this moron says, low key, by the way, it bothers me when the men don't sell for the women like this. Is Becky Lynch really that weak? Huh? So this wrestling fan is upset because CM Punk didn't crumble to the ground at the might of the slap from Becky Lynch. Maybe the motorboat when she was like, those big CM Punk titties. Come on, man.
I can't even dignify that with
I know, right? Like, look at, like, really, somebody actually sat on their keyboard. Or
now you think, phone. Yeah, and you think of like, this is why it's frustrating, and I always bring this up, because it's like, think of the engagement we get, and then look at that. What was that impression? 350,000 impressions or something like that? No, 531,000 impressions.
Jesus.
For this. Yeah, HMG's got some work to do to catch up with this genius.
It's crazy.
But
so you asked,
but that's the thing. You don't even know. Like, obviously, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like CM Punk was absolutely selling. He wasn't selling it like it hurt,
right? But
he was selling it like, I can't kill this woman,
right? Because
that's not who I am.
You gotta love it though. I thought
yes, and Becky was awesome. Just her.
Thank you.
Her fucking what she said, I got your gross ball sweat all over my. I already had to throw out my hoodie. You know, all that stuff she was improvising, like, as he's walking up the ramp, you know, it's like, yeah, bro, that's heat.
Becky
and also
Lynch.
The only thing that came out of Birmingham died. I'm just adding that because remember she said that too.
Oh my,
she's getting some heat.
Oh my, Sharon.
She have to apologize. Should she apologize for slapping CM Punk?
That, bro. This what I thought that this was the moment of the week, and it's great, man. Like you said, he just he wants to kill her. She's so, bro. What has happened? Like, I hated Becky Lynch, and this run, this new Becky Lynch over the last year or year and a half or 2 years, whatever it's been since I have to give it to her. She's fucking great. It's cheap heat? I don't think it's cheap heat. This is legit, dude. This is fantastic. So you asked me if I liked it. I loved this match. Loved it. Sorry. I loved it. I thought it was great. And the fact, and CM Punk, because I've been in that position. I've had an abusive girlfriend, and she used to do that. She used to poke the bear, you know what I'm saying? And do this shit and all this shit. And I'm like, walk away, get on my phone, call my cousin, female cousin. Listen, I'm tired of my girlfriend. I can't do anything about it. Can you beat her ass? Hang up the phone and wait.
Yeah.
I love you, Tati.
So he's basically saying, I have a wife too.
Right.
And she's going to come and beat you up now.
And I love the fact that she's, she doesn't work here, like she was acknowledging the fans, not ignoring it, as so she should. I thought it was perfect, man. This was fantastic. Yeah, cousin running. Yo, my cousin smacked the shit out of that girl. I'll just call her Stupid V. My cousin Tati's a thug. Anyway, that's the one cousin. You always have that one family member that has nothing to lose. So and they love you and you love them, and it's like, fuck it. Anyway. All right, so I think it's gonna be fun, man. I think this just CM Punk is so good. Seth Rollins, whether you like him or not, he's great. Becky Lynch is phenomenal, and I can't wait to see AJ Lee back.
The only thing that I don't like about it,
Talk to me,
is, it's too late. Like, it's not something they can fix now. But it's just like they waited way, 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 way too long to acknowledge all these things, right? You know what I mean?
What
like
thing specifically,
just the fact that Becky's married to him. Like they did this thing back when they were like, they tried the babyface run, and that kind of sucked because there was nothing for them to really do. It wasn't, nobody really wanted that. But since they've been together, it's like we see them in this context every other time, but anytime one of them's in trouble on the show, the other one's never around. Like it's just gone on too long where they're just, it's just that WWE compartmentalizing stuff on their show again. Right. Instead of having the, let's just play this out. Like we all know who's with who. And now again, here comes the dead horse and the broken record, but because we got Unreal now, we don't need, everybody knows this, so now you can just put it out there. You seem silly for not bringing it up. So it took them too long to actually do this, but I'm glad they're doing it now.
Lorenzo, it wasn't that good. What wasn't that good? What am I missing?
Lorenzo liked the segment, and Cliff Burton.
Hey Cliff, why do you?
Who is Unrealistic Cliff Burton? Who are you, dude? You're one of these like alt accounts. Who are you? Who's the shoot account for Unrealistic Cliff Burton?
This is a friend of ours that's been here. Who are you? Huh? Oh, I know.
Or is somebody else the alt account of you?
We always find out. But anyway, let us know. What do you think? Why do you think it wasn't good? Ghost Becky.
Ghost Becky? Okay. That sounds like a good gimmick too for Halloween,
Ghost Becky. During Halloween, she comes back as the ghost. Anyway. All right, let's move on here. Meanwhile, Fightful Select, you paid for this. You paid for this. I didn't pay for this. Hey, did I show you this, Vet? I showed Jimmy this yesterday. I know you don't watch the Raw review anymore because you're sick of it. But one of my residents, he gets like the subscription, and he gave me this.
Oh, nice. Oh, wait, that's real. That's like I mean, yes, it's real, but it's current. I thought you were holding up a classic magazine. Then I read it. It was like, oh, Willow Nightingale. What?
No, yeah, dude. I was telling Jimmy yesterday that, and there's a bunch of people that weren't here yesterday, so I was going through the list of all these wrestlers and stuff, and how they have like all these idiots as number one and stuff. Anyway, but what I didn't realize, and I always thought Willow Nightingale was a gorgeous woman. I didn't realize she became like super hot. Yes, folks, this is super hot to me.
I mean, yeah, if that was on top of you, it'd definitely be hot.
She is gorgeous. My God. Good Lord.
Sweaty,
anyway,
probably.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm sure the sweat smells and tastes like cotton candy juice. But anyway, Fightful Select says, and I'll be getting those once a month because it's a subscription that he ordered and he's already paid for. And he's like,
gift subscription. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, you want them every month? I usually throw them away. I'm like, sure, I'll take them. And I'll read them on the train while the crackheads, I can blow this. I can do this when they're smoking their crack. I can just be like, anyway. Fightful Select says WWE is hopeful that this won't be a one-off for AJ Lee. This is a continuation of the story. But they would still be happy if it was just like, a one-time thing. And it looks like she should be back by SmackDown this Friday. Is that what CM Punk was talking about? Because they're in Chicago? Now, my question to you, Vet, is how does this fucking work? Because Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins are Raw. Why would they be on SmackDown?
I think, wild card bitches? I don't know. The vision should be everywhere. I mean, if they're really going to revolutionize the business, they can't just pick one show.
I guess you're right, man. Oh, I'm losing points though. I don't want to lose points. Not in hell. I'm heaven. I'm sure you're the alternate MV. Anyway. All right, well, we'll see what happens. PW Insider notes WWE Champion Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre is expected for that show as well. We're talking about WrestlePalooza. So that's going to be the first, for those that don't know what the hell WrestlePalooza is, that's going to be the first ESPN PLE for WWE Vet. I know you're super excited for that because I know you have cable. And you don't have cable. No.
I'm in the dark now. I can't watch this extra added PLE.
Well, just sign into a friend's account to like I do. I sign into my mom's account.
Okay.
Because she has cable. Because my mom is 80.
Mm-hmm.
You get where I'm going? Okay. That's cool. Nothing really to talk about there. It's a match. It's going to happen at WrestlePalooza. Well, WrestlePalooza is a new thing, right? Have they done that before? No, this is the first time, right? This is an inaugural event, I guess.
Yeah, at least under the WWE banner. It's hard to believe that wrestling's existed for however long that friggin' festival concert thing has existed. No one's ever thought to say this before.
Interesting.
But, yeah. And, Cody and Drew McIntyre, like, who wants to see that?
Nobody. But if you want to see it, you can subscribe to Surfshark with code Stephanie. And fuck all those commercials and that stupid ESPN shit. You can watch it internationally on Netflix.
Well, I mean, in fairness to Stephanie, her show is worldwide.
Oh, Stephanie.
It's not like Stephanie's Places is only available in the United States.
Bro.
She's also talking to all these other countries that might need a VPN.
Yeah, but she's legit like, hey, for all you who live in the United States and think that WWE Network is still cool, our country sucks. Pretty much. She's like, she buries the fact that you can't watch the old WWE Network. Which, you know what? This is your fault. I'm talking about all you assholes out there that basically was like, oh, this network sucks. $9.99. I'm not paying $12.99. Don't you wish you had the WWE Network back? That shit was perfect. It was perfect the way it was. Everybody complained about it, and now we have nothing. Now we have Netflix. Now we have ESPN. Now we have Temu or Tubi or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, $12.99 was highway robbery for everything you got. I mean, that was including the pay-per-views and all those takeovers we were talking about earlier. Like it had all that terrible original content that you probably shouldn't have watched, but it was there. Jeez.
You had Camp WWE, Vet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I watch Camp WWE right now? No, I don't think so.
Is that on Peacock?
Unless I live in Australia, in Melbourne.
Yeah, maybe in Melbourne you can watch it, but
Melbourne.
That's what I said. Melbourne.
You said Melbourne. I don't know who's born
I
in
said Melbourne.
Oh, God. Anyway,
yeah.
Wrestling Observer Radio says the Usos, vet, you may have heard of them, are likely reuniting. I said this yesterday during our Raw review. I thought this was going to happen to square off against the Vision. And it will happen more than likely at WrestlePalooza. Palooza.
And it will settle nothing. You see, that's the whole problem with having the Samoan bloodline, the long story, all these guys. It's like, okay, you guys are having matches, but it's not really solving anything. You know, there were 2 separate occasions where Solo Sikoa was defeated, and he still never acknowledged that he's not the tribal chief, which were the stipulations of the matches. So having a family, an ongoing family issue, you know, holding people's shoulders down isn't really going to fix the issue.
You ain't wrong, brother. And then we're going to get this whole thing rubbed in our face. What am I talking about? NXT returns to Full Sail University on September 16th. Why are they doing this to us? Why are they making us remember? You know what this is like? This is like having an ex-girlfriend. Remember that girl I told you about in high school that said I was great? It's like her just popping up, but like that version of her coming back, peering into a window in your house and being like, "You were great," and you look out the window. Where is she? She disappeared. It's the ghost. NXT.
It was Ghost Becky.
I miss NXT. I don't think there's any more news here, vet. So let me see. Let me just make sure here. I like to scrub the internet. Let me see. Ric Flair comments on whether Chris Jericho is going back to WWE. Nobody cares about that. Nick Hogan. Hey, I tried watching just really quickly that Real American Wrestling or whatever it's called, Raw. What is it? I don't know what they're calling it.
Real American Freestyle, RAF.
Freestyle Wrestling, RAF, right. I tried watching, I watched about a minute and a half of these two guys just grabbing each other's cocks, and I was like, I'm done. I'm like, where's the punching and kicking? Any submissions?
I can get this from Charlie Dempsey. I'm leaving.
It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I get it, man. There's a fan base for collegiate wrestling, Greco-Roman, freestyle. It's an awesome sport, an amazing sport. It's just not, for me, it's not for me. I need somebody to get punched in the dick. Something. Like, I need a Kimura or a knee bar or something like that, brother. I was bored.
Well, as we said when the initial announcement was made, it's a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said,
they've tried it before.
Yes, they tried it before. It was called what this entire sport of professional wrestling was built on, and then they one day decided, hey, you know, we could make a lot more money if we work this.
The thing is that these guys...
That was only 100 or so years ago.
I don't know, man. I don't know, these guys, they mean well. I guess they want to give opportunity to these guys that... what is it? Are these like guys and gals that don't want to do MMA? And I don't know. Like they had Holly Holm there. What is she doing there, brother? Isn't she a kickboxer?
They were just looking for anybody they could get. Any name.
Maybe this is certain. Maybe if they look down. Maybe if they look at Melbourne, they'll find some people.
Yeah, go down to Melbourne and get all the wrestlers you want.
What is Melbourne, Feds? Melbourne. Anyway.
We're all saying the same thing.
Well, my friend, it is September 3rd, and I think it's only right that we go back in time, my friend. Go back to a better yesteryear. Yeah, why not? A better time for that, a time when wrestling was black and gold, maybe. Even before that. When WWE had a big block logo and it was called WWF. Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. For those watching for the first time, we'd like to take a trip back in the day to this day in professional wrestling history.
stop. What you gonna do?
Boobies.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is my favorite segment of the entire show, of the entire week, of the entire pro wrestling gimmicks. Name it. Anyway, it is September 3rd, 1980 something. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going back to 1984. Big Ray was I was 8 years old. I was little Ray, running around in his underoos, probably a Batman pair or maybe the Hulk, you know. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about world-class championship wrestling, vet. The fabulous Freebirds, Michael P.S. Hayes, Terry Gordy, and Buddy Roberts, lost the world-class championship wrestling six-man tag team match in an elimination handicap match to Kerry and Kevin Von Erich. It's 3-on-2.
Son of a bitch.
That must have been one hell of a match. The match was a handicap match because the third Von Erich, Mike Von Erich, was injured earlier in the card by Gino Hernandez, my great-grandcousin. You can't prove I'm wrong. I'm just, Gino.
Well, you know, you can always count on Michael Hayes to tell you how much money he drew with the Von Erichs back in the 80s.
That guy's a racist. The Great Muta in 1989, vet. You may have heard of this guy. The Great Muta defeated Sting. You may have heard of that guy in a no DQ match in Atlanta, Georgia, to win the NWA World Television Championship. Vet was an aficionado of Japanese wrestling. Not so much anymore. I'm going to make an assumption. But I have
not in 1989 either.
But I have a question for you, Vet. Where were you? Do you remember where you were the very first time that you saw the Great Muta? And what were your impressions like of the Great Muta?
I don't remember. You know, I can't remember the first time I saw him. I think the time I saw him the most was when he joined the NWO.
No way.
Yeah.
You serious?
That's the first time I can guarantee that I saw him. Because I really wasn't watching WCW back then. Yeah. So I missed that run. I definitely wasn't watching Japanese wrestling. So I missed that whole thing. And now, like, at this point in time, I can't remember if that old stuff from WCW, you know, when he was there in the 80s there, I can't tell if that's stuff that I saw later in life or if I did see a little bit of it here and there. The memories are all run together now.
Well, I do remember the first time I saw him with his manager was Gary Hart. I don't know if you remember that guy. Gary Hart. And they brought him over from New Japan. Or not New Japan.
Yeah, it was a New Japan.
Was New Japan? To the NWA at the time, if I'm correct. They had just come off of I forgot the name of the show. I don't know why, but it's the big one where the NWA went to Japan and they had like a big super show where they mixed up all the wrestlers. I can't remember the name of it. Something anyway or other. And he came to the NWA and I was just like, I had never seen a moonsault before. I had never seen like as a kid. I remember the first time when you see a sunset flip, you're like, "Holy shit! Who can beat that move?" You know, that was a finisher back then, a sunset flip. But when I saw the moonsault for the very first time, when I saw him do the fucking this was well before any wrestler I saw do the whole gimmick where they can kind of like shoot that poison mist out of their mouth. I thought it was amazing. And yeah, the Great Muta, man, that guy was. And I met him in New Jersey, and I also met on that same day Jushin Thunder Liger, who was actually quite the funny guy. He's like a little jokester. I was like, oh, this guy's fucking cool. I liked you. Muta was, when I met them, there's a certain reverence. Like there's like you could tell there's something. But immediately, Jushin Thunder Liger. Now, Great Muta stayed with that kind of like, but Jushin was more of a, like I said, a jokester. So the reverence was still there, but it was like, oh, all right, I could have a beer with this guy, So very nice, man. Amazing. NWA wrestling reminds me of the black and gold. NWA black and gold. Never again. Let's fast forward, Vet. Nothing happened till 2017, apparently. And in 2017, Vet, can you believe 2017 was like 8 years ago?
Yes, I can.
That's wild to me. House Strong Style. I don't know what this is. Chikara. All right, we're not talking about. Oh, well, they had some guys on this card that you may know. Some guy named Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven won the Chikara King of Trios tournament by defeating Sendai. What is it? Defeating House Sendai Girls? What? Cassandra, Miyaga, Dash. I don't know. What is going on here? Yeah, I'll fast forward this. I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, those guys were there. 2018, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre defeated the B Team. You may have heard of them. Bo Dallas. I wonder what happened to that kid. And Curtis Axel. I wonder what happened to that kid. To win the Raw Tag Team Championships on Monday Night Raw. So I want you to wrap your head around this. Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler were a tag team. That's number one. They not only were a tag team, but they were WWE Tag Team Champions, and they beat the at the time the current champions, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Vet, your thoughts?
Well, I miss Vince, and I want his booking back because Triple H sucks. And this is proof.
Yeah. My God. Curtis Axel in this picture is kind of out of shape. He looks a little fat here.
Yeah, he had given up.
Current headache.
See,
he is not.
This is the kind of this is the wrestling business in a nutshell. Okay. And people, it took me a long time to understand this.
Okay. I'm learning.
Because you want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and you want to believe that businesses are about making money, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can almost guarantee you, Curtis Axel just let himself go because he didn't care, and he was fed up, and he was just waiting to get released, and someone saw how out of shape he was getting, so as a rib, they put the belts on him and Bo Dallas so that he had to be on TV out of shape. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't going to push him when he was doing his best. There was also a time, though, where they put him with Paul Heyman, which was weird.
Oh, Curtis Axel. Yes.
Yeah.
They also put a Ryback with him. So what are you going to do? So, but yeah, that's exactly what they would do. It's like you try your best and they're like, fuck you. And then as soon as they see you slacking, they want to embarrass you. So then they do it in a way where they make it seem like they're doing something with you. Yeah, they're helping you. They
Yeah.
give you Paul Heyman.
We're giving you the tag team championships.
How cool is that? Well, Vet, we have only 2 birthdays, and one of them is kind of a sad birthday. But ladies and gentlemen, let's wish a happy birthday to the great Nick Galas, who was born in 1914.
Nick Galas.
That was his name, Nick Gulas, Gulas.
Nick Gulas, the legendary promoter.
That guy. And I don't feel like playing the music over this. In 2020, I'm serious. In 2020, a beautiful young lady by the name of Hana Kimura had posted very hateful comments on her social media, and she proceeded to unfortunately take her own life.
No. Now, the way you said that is confusing.
Yes.
She did not post hateful comments of her own.
No.
It was other people
Other
posting
people's-
hateful comments about her because of her appearance on some reality show.
Right. And push the young lady over the edge, and she committed suicide, unfortunately, at the age of 22, which was
22.
22, man. So, unfortunately, words do hurt. So, just when you guys are burying the vet, just think about his feelings. Just putting it out there. But ladies and gentlemen, speaking of feelings, I know you guys don't give a shit about our feelings because we have to review this show. And what show is that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's time for you to walk with us. It is NXT. NXT September 2nd, 2025. This show is headlined by a huge 8-man tag. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're walking, through the NXT parking lot, dodging cars, dodging metal pipes and wooden bats with nails in them. Ladies and gentlemen, the most dangerous place in all of professional wrestling, and now we're in. We're in, folks. You're fine. You're safe. You're okay. It's NXT, ladies and gentlemen, and Vet, I hand the keys to you.
Well, so we're starting out our show the traditional way where the people are arriving at the building. I guess it makes it feel like more like, professional and interesting. I was interested to see Dark State. The aura and the mystique really takes a big hit when you see these dudes with their like rolling luggage in the parking lot.
A little bit. It's like dragging, and it's not even the cool luggage that you could just kind of roll any direction. It only has the wheels that go one way.
Yeah, like your whole gimmick is like you appear out of nowhere, but you're definitely appearing out of somewhere here.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we're opening up with Jaida Parker versus Lash Legend.
I don't know if
is this a meat match? Would you call this, like, if this were an AEW, would this be a meat match?
No bread, no water, just meat.
Let's talk about it.
Oh man, this is like a dream. It's a chocolate dream sandwich. I mean, I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
And just like now, when I have no pants on, certainly last night, Ray was sans pants, right?
And I was on a train watching this match. And
hey, if the crackheads can do it.
People were looking at me like, "Why are you taking your pants down?" I'm like, and I turned the phone around, and then they were like, "Oh, okay."
The collective understanding.
Yeah, like the homeless dude was like, "Oh shit, those are two hot chicks." Fell back to sleep. Anyway, you had to be there, folks. It really happened. Anyway, continue, sir. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't have much to say. I mean, it's they did stuff to each other, which is pretty hot.
Pretty hot.
At this point in time, I was kind of getting my lunch together, so I wasn't really paying that much attention.
Oh, damn.
I caught more so the end of it, where Lash made Jaida go splat outside with the lash extension.
Yeah.
And then for good measure, just go ahead and roll her on in there and hit her with another one for the 1, 2, 3. But not gonna sell that.
No.
We're just gonna get our heat back and beat her up. And like this is the thing you do when you lose to like a technical pin.
Right.
You get your heat back and then you beat them up, right? But no, she took 2 finishers, one of them on the outside, and she's gonna get up and get.
So all right, so let's.
Can you hit the Trump thing, please?
Sure. Here you go.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
So I can't. I find it very hard to criticize these two girls because I do love them both so much. During this match, I think the girls worked well together. You had Lash Legend, who I think took 70% of this match, maybe 60. It wasn't equal. I know Lash had most of the upper hand, as so it should. Like, obviously, I like that Jaida Parker is strong. She's fast and all this stuff, but she's not as big and as strong.
Yeah, she is 70% of Lash Legend.
Right. So, I mean, I like that. I like the fact that they did a finisher outside, rolled her in quickly, and hit it again because, listen, Jaida Parker is hard to beat, right? So you don't bury the kid by just hitting her with the single finisher, beating her clean. But I do hate the fact that after the match, this girl just pops up like Hulk Hogan, pops up, brother, and then drives her sweet cheeks right into the face of beautiful Lash Legend. And again, the barricades, goes through the barricades. We've seen this 1,000 times. There is no more shock and awe with going through a wall, going through remember the first time you saw who was it, Taz and Bam Bam Bigelow go through the stage, the actual ramp? Holy shit. Been there, done that, seen that now at least 1,000 times. I am done. Stop going through the barricades. It's not a shock and awe moment. The only reason, and I think there's the writers out there that tell me if I'm wrong, whoever's writing, Shawn Michaels, or they see the fans in NXT going, "Oh my God!" They look for the cameras and go, "Oh," they make the face and everything because they want to be caught on TV. "Oh, I'm so shocked. They went through 2 barricades." And I think whoever's writing that segment is like, "Oh man, this is really fucking over." Right? Yeah. No. It's just the fans, I think that's what they want us to that's what they want us to, that's their reaction. That's what they want us to think anyway. It's becoming antiquated. The barricade is become the DDT of professional wrestling. Once it was devastating, and now it's just another move. Is there anything you can add or tell me where I'm wrong? Tell me when I'm telling lies.
No, I can just add that the only reason I can think of that you would, they probably think, and they may have a point, that everybody ain't watching all of these. So it's not going to be as prevalent to a random person that just happens to catch one. Oh, they went through the barricade, They're not watching every week. They don't know how often it happens. So any one of these could be something they're using as like an eye catcher for somebody that's tuning into the program for the first time. And if that's your chance to hook them, hey, you like seeing people go through walls? It gives you the sense of anything can happen. Maybe that's their psychology with it.
Yeah, but
I always think you should believe that your fans watch everything you do. And if the people that, if you can please the people that are the hardest to please, that's great. Because anybody that is just tuning in to look for something eye-catching, they're a little bit easier to please, I think.
I'll tell you what. I think, am I wrong? Didn't somebody go through a wall last week?
Certainly somebody on some show went through a wall.
Right? Somebody went
If
through
it wasn't
I
NXT.
think it was NXT. We're done. We're done with this. So
right.
I just can't. But I will say, I think the girls put together a good match. Like, I enjoyed it. I just didn't like the finish of it.
Is it time for Lash to get out of here?
Yeah, it's been time.
There's nothing else, right?
No, bro. And she's got the new theme song. She's got the new look. You know what I'm saying? What else is she going to learn?
I don't know.
Why is she still there? Can't they use her on SmackDown or Raw?
They could, but they can't even use the people they have. So now that makes me wonder, like,
did he put the belt on Stephanie Vaquer and then she pops up?
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. It's relative.
Sure.
I mean, she was just so recently in NXT after all.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
How quick did that get cooled off?
What, Stephanie Vaquer?
Yeah. Have you ever seen a colder as ice #1 contender than Stephanie is right now?
Yeah, and we saw Nikita Lyons backstage in the old break room there later today. Pretty cold. She was just making hand gestures, and she just kind of like got pulled up. Yeah. So pretty cold. They cooled her off.
Why?
Quick. I don't know.
What happened?
It's what happened to Lola Vice. She was,
but they didn't make Stephanie say anything about her mom. Stephanie didn't do anything different.
By the way,
they just took her off TV.
Lola Vice did it again. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, but yeah, at least I don't know. Let's just move on with this show. So Ariana Grace assures Blake Monroe that there is no relation to Jordan Grace, which I thought was a funny line. But Jordan Grace comes in and she's like, "Are you talking about me?" or whatever. It doesn't matter. No one cares what she says. So she
likable.
But here came Callie Armstrong out of nowhere. It was like, you got a problem with Blake. Now you got a problem with Callie Armstrong. And I was like, well, I didn't know there was a connection, but okay.
There is a connection. The connection is everybody's tired of this fucking lady. Think about it.
Well, I meant besides that.
Yeah, but everybody's fucking tired of Jordan Grace. We're tired of you. We're tired of your stupid muscles and your flat tits. We're tired of you. Sorry to say it that way. We're tired.
Well, more on that later. Javon Evans, we haven't heard from him since whatever that PLE was. And
oh boy, we'll hear a lot.
He's here in the ring. He's out here. He's sad. He let everyone down. He let himself down. He's a sad sack. He's feeling sorry for himself, but they start to play a video of somebody on a motorcycle.
This
Javon's
one actually
like,
got me.
Yeah, Javon's like, hey, come on, man, I'm trying to be serious. And then we hear the gong.
That was awesome.
He's here. He's here.
The fans went crazy. You thought it was 10,000 people in that arena. But what happened, Vet?
It was Josh Briggs.
Josh fucking Briggs. That is awesome. I laughed on the train as I.
All right. So how did Josh Briggs do this time?
I think Josh
much better.
Briggs, so check this out. So the roles.
Did
were
he just
reversed.
have a bad night a couple weeks ago?
Probably, because I'll tell you what, the roles were reversed here. They gave this kid Javon Evans way too much time on the microphone. Why? Why do I say that? Because he kept saying the same thing over and over again, different ways. I'm not gonna break it down, but just basically like, I let you guys down, and he said that several different ways. I suck. He said that several different ways, and it was just like, oh God, all right, kid, I get it. You're fucking sad, to a point that it was annoying me now. And then when the gong went off, I'm like, oh, all right, they're bringing the Undertaker out. That's cool. Nice pop for it's Josh Briggs. Ah, fucking son of a bitch. And Josh Briggs did a great job as a heater, as a, what do you call it? What would you say? Would that be constitute as cheap heat? No. I mean, the people were very angry at him, and Josh Briggs is starting to get a lot of hate. He's a bad guy that people are actually starting to hate. They don't want to have anything to do with him. Tell him, like, go, get out of here. We hate you. Yeah. So long story short, too much time on the microphone for the kid. Good amount of time for Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs attacking the kid, right? Didn't he attack him?
Choke slams him on a chair.
Choke slams him on the chair, and all the fans, what did they do, Vet? Oh no, we've never seen this before.
Man,
is the camera?
If only that chair were a barricade.
Where's the camera? They're looking at the hard cam. And
yeah, they want to make that. They want to make that viral clip. Progressive Insurance presents Zaya and Candice. You know them from NXT. This was a weird formatting choice because they do this little, okay, hey, remember this chick? She's in TNA now. She used to be here. Then they got, hey, it's the Poison Pixie. You remember her from almost dying on a ladder match a few weeks ago. So they do that, and then they show the little backstage thing with Oba doing Stevie Richards Fitness with the Honks and Ricky Saints. So they do that thing, and then we go to the Zaya versus Candice speed match. So why not flip, why not do it so that the package goes right before their match? Why do you sandwich some dudes in there
I don't know. The best part of this match is only 3 minutes long.
That is the best part. I wrote down Candice wins with stuff. She did stuff.
Listen, folks, this speed concept is so fucking dumb. It makes no sense. I think Vetch said it a couple of times. If you can beat him in 3 minutes, why even have a 10-minute match? Makes no sense. This is stupid. It buries your. It actually buries your wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
So I will add that little Zaya Brookside is adorable. She is just like, she needs to be on a white couch somewhere. Other than that, she's okay. She's pretty good. I thought they were gonna put her over. I thought they were gonna use the Candice to kind of perpetuate this kid. But she's a teenage wrestler. They're not gonna do that.
I mean, maybe if she had 5 minutes, she could have pulled it off.
Yeah, Vet. I mean, for those that don't understand,
the first heel that loses a speed match should ask for 5 more minutes.
Let me ask you. So if the time runs out, what happens?
Draw game.
So they're both eliminated? I didn't.
In a tournament, I would assume yes. Or they could go to sudden death, and then we could get an Iron Woman match.
Let me answer this question. Aaron Benslow, yes. Since Ray, since when did WWE put another company over? Yeah, they're the same company now, pretty much. I think so. It wouldn't be a big deal.
Well, they could be ribbing her dad too. Like,
who's her dad?
Robbie Brookside.
Oh shit, that's Robbie Brookside's kid. I didn't know that. I don't know why I didn't correlate that. I mean, can you explain really quickly for those that have never heard you say why this 3-minute gimmick doesn't work? Why it's silly?
Oh yeah, well you said it. You already said it. It was basically that. I mean, the idea of a 3-minute match. If anybody could win a match in 3 minutes, they would all win a match in 3 minutes. So every match, since no match is 3 minutes, every match should end in a draw. Okay. It was something that was designed for social media specifically. Like the only place you could watch these matches was on X.
Yeah.
And that's how they promoted it. And then they wouldn't even acknowledge anything anybody was doing on Speed on any of the major shows. So when they had a Speed championship, whoever had that championship didn't bring that belt on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or any of the places. They act like it didn't exist. It was only exists on Twitter, but now they want to bring it off of Twitter, bring it on TV. Ridiculous. There's a lot of reasons why it's dumb. Yeah. But that's the main one. The main one is you're completely disrupting the illusion. I mean, we could just have a Speed Federation, and then we could get like 50 matches per card.
There you go. That works.
Why stop here? So the more you think about it, the less sense it makes. But whatever. Like Ray said, I think we have to take an a la carte approach to this and look at it as, well, it only took 3 minutes. So at least as fans, that's the shortest length of time we can be punished with this. Okay. New you. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Did you have more to add?
I was going to say that. So technically, it worked that it was only 3 minutes because I couldn't take them for more than 3. So
yeah, right. Yeah, and so all right. So the new you stands up to Josh Briggs in the back. But they end up volunteering Andre Chase for a match.
Poor fucking Andre Chase, man. Have the mighty have fallen.
Yes. Ava is with every woman ever in her office, and she mentions something about tag team elimination something. So let's do another tournament or another match that's like a tournament in one match.
It's an elimination tag team match to determine who will be the first, the number one contenders. Again,
yeah, great,
wonderful.
We get a dark state vignette. Well, we've already seen you walk in with the rolling luggage, so if anybody even thought you had anything left, it's gone now. But
they should all be lowered from a chopper.
That's Kiana James's thing.
Oh. Come out of a windowless van?
That might be something. What I got from this vignette was that the cheese sandwich guy was kicked off of LFG, which I wouldn't have known because I don't watch it.
Was told he was a cheese sandwich.
Yeah, they told him on LFG he was a cheese sandwich.
He's like, I'm not a cheese sandwich. There's ham in there. That was his.
That's pretty much it. I mean, we're paraphrasing, but that's definitely
that was his promo, folks. Oh Lord.
Oh wait, I'm getting an expert opinion question from Aaron. He says, "What is a problem to just bring back the NXT Tag Team Championship?" What
do
you mean, like for women?
What?
They're always had the women's tag team was always all brands.
Yeah,
ever since Mercedes and Bailey won it, or
yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Ones.
So yeah, so like Vet was saying, that the NXT Championship, Tag Team Championship was kind of what do you call it? United or whatever with the.
Yeah, they just made women's tag team championships for all women. They didn't specify.
Right.
And it was meant to be defended across all brands.
So whoever the NXT, whoever the tag team, who the women's tag team champions right now?
It's Alexa Bliss or Charlotte Flair, isn't it?
Right. Okay, so they are technically the NXT tag team, women's tag team champions as
right.
well. So
yeah.
Thank you, Vet.
So there you go.
I'm not here.
Trick walks and then he goes to the ring. There's a break in between that. He said that he made claims that he's the greatest, and no one responded to those claims. He says that the favorite wrestlers that you love don't love you.
Mm-hmm.
And then here came DIY.
I've been waiting for this segment. It's not a big deal, Vet. Off air, I said, Vet, did you notice something about this? Now, Vet.
And I didn't know what even segment you meant.
It was this segment.
Okay.
So you are on TV, right? You're not on TV. Yep, there you go. Look at Vet saying hi. You're on TV. You're the TNA World Champion, right? You're repping. Anyway, so you come out on TV with the belt around your waist, right, Vet?
Mm-hmm.
And you're representing TNA. You are the champion. You're the greatest NXT champion now. You're putting yourself over. Before you walk out onto a live TV stream on the WB network, which there are millions of households that have that channel, do you see anything here, Vet? Do you notice something?
I didn't think you were going there.
Let me help you out.
I didn't think you were going there, Ray. I'm trying to save you here. Not only has Trick addressed this on television.
Well, then that's not my fault.
He addressed it on this television show. You were probably looking for a clip of a match to play while I was mentioning it.
He's addressed this? The belt's upside down?
Yes.
Why does he do that?
Because he turned TNA upside down.
Oh, my God. How am I supposed to know that?
Because he said it.
When?
Like a bunch of times.
What?
He said it a lot. He said it a lot on TNA, which I could understand if you didn't. Of course, every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, Brandon and I talk about when he says it. And then also... I'm
just as bad as this person.
not that bad.
Wow.
Very recently, he has mentioned...
you know what, Vet? Hold on. This is for me.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
That's me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, he is doing it on purpose. He has to actually make sure that he does go out with it upside down. He's got to make sure he doesn't just out of habit put the belt on correctly.
I feel like an idiot now.
I guess I should have asked you what you were talking about before we started recording. But anyway,
look, even
there's only one thing. There's only one thing worse than this big mistake, and that is DIY cutting a promo. It's their 10-year anniversary, Ray. Can you believe these fuckers have been...
Can I believe it?
10 years. They're well over the Austin run. They're well over the Rock run.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my God.
10 years.
It's been 10 years since NXT went down the tubes.
Man, I don't care. Like, I mean, I don't hate Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I forgot that they're kind of like the GOATs, I guess you would say, in NXT, right? I mean, who? Let me ask you a question. If you could say the GOAT of NXT, if somebody said, who is the GOAT of NXT, the greatest of all time in NXT, in its iteration from the black and gold, FCW, all that shit, who is the GOAT of NXT? Chat, give us your thoughts as well. Who is your GOAT?
Just for everyone, or like one man, one woman, or like how do we?
The GOAT. John Cena, the Hulk Hogan, the Ric Flair. Who is your NXT GOAT?
Finn Balor.
That is my GOAT. That's
Right.
wild, dude. Oh, we got Asuka here. I can see that as well. Asuka. Liz is saying Asuka too. Asuka's up there. If it's a male GOAT and a female GOAT, I would say Finn Balor.
Oh yeah,
and Asuka.
it's not even. There's not even a close second if we're talking females.
Bailey could be a female GOAT. Kevin Owens, possible GOAT. But I think it's definitely Finn Balor.
All these guys are great choices
Yeah, they're really, really good choices.
because NXT was designed to have like short runs.
Yeah.
We make these guys here, get them completely ready, and then they go up to WWE to die. That's basically
heavy machinery.
heavy machinery.
Charlotte.
Yeah, so I just think because they were designed to have short runs, it's a difficult question, and all these answers are valid.
Yeah, man. But I do.
But it's
agree
Finn
with
Balor. It is
Yeah,
Finn
yeah,
Balor.
Finn
I mean,
Balor is-
sorry, with all due respect to you guys, easily Finn Balor,
you. That's
because
my GOAT.
he not only did he have 2 runs, because you remember the Prince run after he went up to the main roster and came back.
Mhm.
But just all the demon entrances.
Now, I'll give you a twist. Including NXT UK, I think you could even say Gunther.
Nah, it's Finn
Nah,
Balor.
it's Finn Balor. Yeah, okay. All right,
Yeah.
Finn Balor.
Good plan.
It's the demon. So,
So many cool demon paint,
could you
like
imagine,
paint designs, and
Could you imagine if he had the puppet back then? El Demonito? You know what's up, bro. That's money. That's money, Holmes.
Yeah.
Órale, chingar.
yeah. So now that we've established who the real GOAT is,
Yeah, these guys are fools. Next.
yeah, these guys are terrible. They try to do an accolade count, like of how many fake belts they won or whatever. Like anybody's supposed to care about that. The interesting thing was that when they were making a bunch of references to past NXT people, they did say undisputed in there.
Did. Was that a fine? But anyway.
Oh, wait. I want to. Okay, so let me just quickly finish this, and then I want to address a comment. They assault Rick Williams.
Yeah, so the good guys beat up the one bad guy.
Yeah. So unprovoked, he didn't attack them or
That's
anything.
not
They
nice.
just
And they also
Yeah.
took off his glasses and threw it to the floor. That wasn't nice.
no, very unnice.
I
That's
think-
what they did.
Do you think Trick Williams a little bit got pissed? Did you notice it?
I don't know.
He looked a little like a little annoyed at that situation when the Triple H ripped the glasses off his face.
Seems like
Triple H, right? It's Triple H? No.
yeah. What's your name, Phil? He wishes.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I would just chalk that up to Trick, being in character, which Trick was good here,
Sorry.
as he always is. It's just that he had to sell for these guys. So I said, what I said earlier, I said people had a short designed run in NXT so they could go up to the main roster to die. And Darkside Caster says to die or to face the harsh reality they're not as over or as good as they think they are. Darkside, come on. To die.
To die.
Are you fucking kidding me? You mean to tell me, like, these guys could be as over as they wanted to be? They could be more over. I mean, it's up to the machine to promote them. But the right hand not only didn't know what the left hand was doing, the right hand refused to acknowledge what the left hand was doing a lot of times.
Acknowledge me.
So, and we see that all the time. There's all kinds of people that are well good enough to get over and they're not getting over. Not as good as they could. What about Stephanie? Let's talk about a recent example that we just talked about. Where is Stephanie? Not VPN Stephanie, the good one.
Hey, Stephanie McMahon, to me, is the GOAT. I love me some Stephanie McMahon. I don't care that she's getting older. I don't care that her boobs are further and further apart every year. I don't care. I love Stephanie McMahon.
Okay, well, then let's just say the Stephanie that's currently physically active on the roster with the horns. Yeah.
The hot one. Right, got it.
Yeah. Is she not as over as she thinks she is because they just stopped using her? You know, think about it from those terms, because I know you like Stephanie, Darkside. So I'm using that as an example because what's happening right now has nothing to do with her ability to get over or to be over. So.
Yeah, Jimmy doesn't like DIY.
Well, he's got to have a good opinion here and there, right?
Right. Eventually.
Ava checks on Javon Evans and then has security escort him out. She doesn't want him getting involved in the match later.
She's like, promise me you're not going to get involved, and then you'll get a match with him next week. He's like, all right, yo.
Now get him out of here.
Get him out of here. But I don't have a T-shirt. Don't worry about it. We'll send you.
Bounce him out of here.
The security was they went to his locker, took his shit, put it in a black plastic garbage bag, and gave it to him. Said, get out of here, kid.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Tavion and Ethan argue in front of Ava, and this results in a possible flag match.
Flag matches, folks. They were great flag matches back in the day, like Hulk Hogan versus Nikolai Volkov on Saturday night's main event. And don't forget when they tried to, when they couldn't sign Sergeant Slaughter back, so they made up another guy, Corporal Kirshner. And he also had a flag match against Nikolai Volkov.
I had a Corporal Kirchner, LJN.
So did I. He had the hat gimmick. He had the hat gimmick. I did have a Corporal Kirshner. My father liked him. I thought he was going to be pretty good. But yeah. Why didn't he was there any backstage stories about him that any reason? Because the guy wasn't bad. He was good. He had a good look and everything. Why didn't he get over?
I don't know.
I did like how Bobby Heenan always buried him. And he's like, oh, all you could do is make Corporal. He couldn't be anything. Oh, Bobby Heenan.
Yeah. No, I remember hearing I remember hearing about him like once he went to Japan, because Mick Foley wrote in his book about working with him over there when they were doing like that deathmatch stuff. I think he played the Leatherface gimmick.
I'm sorry. I have to take a quick left at Albuquerque here. Bobby Heenan is so great. I remember one time I was watching an IRS match, Erwin R. Shyster, and I forgot what wrestler was stepping on his tie, and Bobby Heenan is like, oh my God, he's stepping on his tongue. It's just... Bobby Heenan was so fucking great, man. If you guys didn't get a chance... Oh my God, yo, Vet,
Bobby Heenan's the GOAT.
We got to see Bobby the Brain Heenan every fucking week of our childhood. He was so good, man. And then he went to WCW and he was just as good.
Yeah, it's just that WCW wasn't as good.
No, it wasn't as good. But Bobby Heenan, my favorite Bobby Heenan is obviously Bobby Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon, Primetime Wrestling. Yeah. He broke Gorilla Monsoon so many times on that show. Oh, it was fantastic, man. Bobby the Brain Heenan is the GOAT. Nobody better. I'm sorry. I know Paul Heyman. He's up there.
We don't even need to talk about managers.
Just
Nobody's ever been the full utility player that Bobby Heenan was.
one of the best.
He was better
bumpers.
at every aspect of this business than most people were at one.
That guy could take a bump. Like he was just so good at selling. I don't think you guys understand. I don't know if you guys understand how great Bobby the Brain Heenan was. Bobby the Brain Heenan was probably the best wrestler as a manager on that roster during the 80s. Think about that. Unbelievable. What a fucking legend, man. Anyway, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
All right, well, let's get to another legend. Jordan Grace.
Oh, shit.
Versus Callie Armstrong.
Nobody cheered for her.
Well, it's confusing. Wait, you're
Wow.
talking about Jordan Grace, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, nobody cheered for her.
Nobody liked
That's
her.
not confusing.
When are they gonna get it?
They might get it here. So I took the liberty of seeing a Callie Armstrong match when I was like flipping through some Evolve a little while ago, just to make sure I wasn't missing anything important, and that, you know, Cappuccino Jones was still doing his thing and everything like that. So I was skipping through and I saw some Callie Armstrong. I was like, So here we are. And I'm looking at this match and I'm like, you guys are backing the wrong horse here.
Yes.
I want more Callie Armstrong.
This is why me and the vet work. You ripped that thought right out of my brain from last night.
And what you just did, whether you meant to or not, maybe you did. Maybe you do see where it's going. Maybe you
Right.
do realize.
That's great. Yep.
But you basically like, yeah, this was, in some ways, this was a mistake.
Was it though? Was it?
In some ways.
Okay.
Because the reason I'm not sure is because I don't know where they really are going to go with Jordan after this. Are they going to steer into the skid and like turn her heel, you know, like
have to.
slowly?
Have to.
Because if they are, I actually don't think I would have done something different here. This was a moment where, I mean, I would have to think they kind of know what they have with Callie here, because they put her in this spot, and she definitely in her, I don't know how long she's been working, but she's better than Jordan Grace already.
So can I just say to you, Vet, that when I was watching this match, I was like, I can't wait to tell Vet how much better of a wrestler I think Callie Armstrong is, how much more of an upside that kid has. I'm just looking her up real quick.
So, yeah, so I'm watching this, and I'm seeing like, I'm looking at those little things. What do you got, Ray?
So, she was well, obviously she's a track and field star. She started wrestling, learning how to wrestle in 2023. Yep. Brown signed with WWE October. So exactly about 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, she started learning how to wrestle in 2023.
Well, she's got it.
And by the
Call
way,
her up now.
by the way, her real name I think is way better than her fake name.
What's her real name?
Destiny Brown, spelled with 2 E's. It's DESTINEE Brown.
I do like it.
That's
I do like
money too.
I like that.
She's beautiful. She's strong. She has, there's one thing, if you guys watch this show, and Vet, you know me, we've done this for a long time. There's one thing I look for, and it's when a wrestler sells. Everything, I always say the facials, how she puts over her opponent. making her opponent's moves look strong. Kelly Armstrong was able to look strong and also make Jordynne Grace look strong. And I was like, man, this kid she's going to be good. And I didn't even think, I thought she may have been in developmental for some time, but no, fucking 23, vet. What do you think now?
Yeah.
That kid she's money.
Well, she's already got a lot of the things that, I mean, the number one most important thing, I think, for the people that, you know, maybe we'll say detractors of women's wrestling per se.
I'm just showing you like a little bit of Kelly Armstrong as we talk about her. Like,
right. Well,
just
she's clearly like what you're not going to get from these photos.
Look at this one. That's fantastic.
All right. What you're not going to really get from these photos is she's a woman that looks like she could beat somebody up.
Yeah.
So when she goes in that ring, you know, I felt like Jordynne Grace is in danger.
Well, oh boy.
And Jordynne Grace isn't. Most of the women are like, you know, if we're looking at like, we just saw Candice LeRae and Zaya Brookside earlier. Get this off the screen because you're getting distracted.
I'm sorry. Can you blame me, sir?
No, but
Okay.
we're still talking about her,
we are
so you can
professionals.
enjoy
I
that.
apologize.
Um,
I'll go on my phone.
We just saw Zaya Brookside. We just saw Candice LeRae. This is more like what the women are represented in WWE. There are more of women like this than there are of Callie Armstrongs, Bianca Belairs, Jade Cargills, or whatever. So, it's important in a sport that's supposed to be physical that it looks like you could kick somebody's ass. I think that's a good money look. And when she goes in there, she has the demeanor and the movement and the presence of somebody that looks like a pro athlete that's here in a combat sport.
Yeah, man.
But she also, I mean, like, that doesn't mean anything if you can't throw a punch. Well, she could throw some good punches. You like those punches, right?
Good punches. She's good, man.
Even little things like when she goes for a cover, like she pulled Jordynne Grace's legs with the cover, but then she went and reached under her lower back and scooped her up even more. Mm-hmm. Little details like that, little things, those little things that it's like, you've been smartened up by somebody. Somebody has been taking you as a special project, or
Booker T, trained by Booker T.
Right, but not all Booker T's trainees do this.
Not everybody's as good as this young lady.
Well, so I'm saying, so like some of that has to be your, what's the word? Aptitude.
Yes.
You know, so she's got a good aptitude for this. We know the athlete part isn't a problem. Mm-hmm. So what are we looking at? It looks like a total package on our hands here.
I'm telling you. So I didn't know that she got a win off of Natalya. So that's already.
Well, so did everybody else in the world.
But what I'm saying is that's kind of like a cosign. No, you don't think? Like
I mean, without context, no, not necessarily.
Fair enough. But all right. So when I first saw this match was going to take place, I'm like, oh God, they're going to squash the Evolve champion. That's what I thought. And then I seen her in the ring standing face to face with her. I'm like, oh wow, she's a big girl, but not. It's weird. Like she's big but feminine. She's got every quality, vet. I don't see a downside unless she gets in her own head and she takes some bad advice. The sky's the limit for this kid, and I wish her the best.
For what it's worth, the stuff that I've seen from her in Evolve, as far as like promo wise, she sounds the least like somebody just reading off a cue card right in front of her.
That too. Yeah, that too, man.
Because some of those people down there, oh my God.
She's what I saw in Trick Williams, but she's way better in ring, advanced. When Trick Williams, remember when I first started saying, "Oh, Trick, there's something about this kid." Mm-hmm. She's Yeah, I think you're right, Vet. I think they made a mistake. I don't think they meant this to get over the way it did.
And with that all said, Jordan Grace almost killed her with that beast mode.
So during the match, I was also thinking, and I know we're spending a lot of time in this match, but I think it's justified.
There's nothing else to talk about.
Right. Everything else is going to be like quick. One of the things I noticed, I was like, man, so I'm loving this girl, right, in this match. And then you know what hit me? There was a spot when they were both on the top rope, and I think they were fighting each other or whatever. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I remember saying, God, I hope she doesn't hurt this girl. Because Jordan Grace, unfortunately, it's a little sloppy at times, in my opinion. You know, I'm just a pundit. The people, yeah. Yeah, man. So Jordan Grace goes over, but man, what a showcase for this kid.
So, you know, afterwards, Blake Monroe comes out and they fight and there's a pull apart. You know, again, we have another pull apart. But going back to the finish, I almost think, depending on what they would have wanted to do, I think it might have worked better if Jordan Grace lost.
Oh, wow. And he's talking, and Akira Atakara Blue is talking about the fact that the kid almost got dumped on her head.
Yeah.
That finisher is dangerous.
Yeah. Well, it's dangerous for Jordan because she's so short. There's a lot less time to get her flipped over on the way to the ground.
I would give Jordan a submission move. Give her the full Nelson. I'm serious. No, don't laugh. I'm serious. Give her a full Nelson. That right. Works.
Well, so I'm thinking, I'm watching this and I'm thinking, Jordan Grace steps up, starts a fight in the locker room. This girl steps up. Now Jordan Grace like, okay, now they have a match. Now if this girl shuts Jordan Grace up and beats her, now there's like somewhat of a, man, what's with you, Jordan Grace? You need to get it together.
Right.
Like, not only are you not acting like yourself, you're not even doing the one thing you're good at, which is, you know, beating people in matches. So this could have like a loss to Callie Armstrong, in addition to helping Callie Armstrong establish herself, also would help Jordan Grace in this sense. This would be a good loss to like reset and give yourself some character. They didn't do that, obviously. But, you know, we'll see what happens next. Okay. What happens next is Lola Vice gets a vignette. She's going back home with the family.
Didn't we do this before?
No. We just sat in a chair and cried about our moms. And now we actually go back to the old hood. And we meet the mom. And we meet the sister.
I thought the mom was dead.
No, that's just what they sounded like.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so I was confused. I was like, did her mom die? I must have forgot. She almost cried. I think they cut it. They cut that part out. Because you can see her when she's hugging the family and shit. Didn't mind this as much as...
This should have been what happened the first time.
Bingo.
But the important thing, I guess, that we can confirm is that her mom's alive.
Thank God.
All right. Andre Chase versus Josh Briggs.
Not much to talk about here.
Yeah. I think it was Vic Joseph that said the big boot. After Josh hits him with the big boot, I think Vic says that's going to cancel all of Chase's classes for the week. And then he beats up the other two guys, and he throws Connor through the table. Yeah. So we got a barricade spot and a table spot here today. Trick gets TMZ'd. He's not going to let that hate crime slide. And here we are with the main event of the Ricky Saints, the Honks, and Obafemi versus Dark State.
Shocking victory for the baby faces here. I didn't expect this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we knew it was gonna break down. Vet. We knew Oba and Ricky weren't gonna. But did you dig Oba Femi breaking character here and there with the Ricky Saints thing and you know?
I didn't catch too much of that.
Yeah, he was having fun. Oba seemed like he was having fun with the boys.
That's good. Until he wasn't.
Until
Because let's explain. Let's break down what happened here.
let's do that.
Eventually, he's had enough of Ricky Saints, and they fight off, and they're gone.
They fight each other, and they fight each other to the backstage.
Yes. So they're gone. They're no longer a factor. Hank is in trouble. And Hank says his name. And he appears. And Joe Hendry causes enough of a distraction that the Honks are able to turn things around, hit their finish, and get a win.
So for those folks that don't understand what we're saying, it was 4-on-2. Hank or Tank, I forget which one is which. No, it was Tank. He literally said, Joe Hendry, as he was getting choked out. And he appeared.
I thought it was Hank.
Or Tank.
Well, one of them.
No, Tank is the Mohawk with the long hair.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it.
No, he's the one that
It
said,
doesn't matter.
Joe Hendry.
Yeah, he said his name.
And he appeared.
He was right there.
And they hit their finish. Who'd they pin? Shugars?
I don't remember. Probably.
Yeah.
But the way the show ends is they're in the ring waving their hands from side to side and saying they believe in Joe Hendry. But backstage, the brawl is still going on and they get to pull apart. I do want to, speaking of Shugars, I do want to give credit, a little eagle-eyed vet thing that I saw. One of the reasons why I really like the guy and why he knows what he's doing, and he's the only one that does. So when Ricky Saints is making a comeback and beating people up, one of the guys comes back and Shugars tags himself in blind. And he hops over the ropes. Okay? And so he hops over the rope to get in the ring, and he lands with his back to Ricky Saints. So that he now has to turn around and face Ricky, who's coming in with a move. Rather than hops in, looks at Ricky the whole time, stares straight at him, and gets nailed and looks like a dumbass because he couldn't see this clothesline or whatever Ricky's coming with. It's those little details that somebody's been trained right. Things like that. Something that gives you the excuse of why you got caught off guard, even though you were tagging right in and fresh, but you were off balance when you landed, so you spun around and boom, there's Ricky with something. That's why Shugars is the man. The cheese sandwich got kicked off LFG, and the other two guys look good in 8x10s.
Saquon Shugars, breakout star of this whole clique?
Nope, because he's too good.
Too small.
He's not even that small. He just looks small next to these guys.
Is he? Is he not small?
He's like a medium-sized guy.
I'm just curious here as we're signing off here. Oh shit, he is not a small guy. 6'1". He's my height.
Yeah, he's in there with three giant dudes.
Interesting.
He should be a star, but it looks like he's going to be a good hand.
There's a little bit. He's only 25. He's a kid. He's a baby.
Good.
I know WWE would never book a New Jack type character in the WWE, but could you imagine Saquon Shugars? It's kind of like a I don't give a fuck New Jack type character. He can pull it off. If there's anyone that can pull that off, this young man can. He needs to break away from this stupid faction. You could be a star. Yeah. But Vet, you are a star.
Thanks.
And you're a star of many things, including your own channel on Twitch at Opinion Haver on Twitch, Vet.
Everyone loves me.
Everybody loves the Vet. But what else are you a star of, my friend?
Oh, well, I'm the star of the I'm the co-star of the Wreckage with Jimmy T, and we talk about AEW every Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm the co-star of Da Impact Attack with Brandon every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, where we talk about TNA and how Trick wears his belt upside down. And I'm a sometimes contributor and past co-host of Wrestling with Rip Rogers. You know, he's the star.
He is a star.
But
Star
that's
maker.
every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. You can ask Rip Roger a question like, you know, how did you get to be the star? And when did you know that the Vet had it? You know, things like that. Yeah. If you want to check out a real superstar, the Stevie Richards Show is available for you every Friday. And there's all kinds of sometimes bonus review episodes that are as long or longer than the main show. These guys are reaching AEW pay-per-view length on their weekly shows, and only more content coming. So all this workload is causing Stevie's spine to give out repeatedly, so he better watch it. Yeah, and then of course you've got Limpin' Ain't Easy, which you know, this is a great show and a great episode this past week where Victor from the Ascension sits down with Timmy and they talk about old stuff that some of which I was there for. So pretty good show. I've
been dealing with a pinched nerve right here. I slept wrong about a week ago, and like when I look up this way, I'm sure you've gotten these where it shoots down and it goes all the way down your arm.
No.
This is pretty bad.
I want to get that looked at.
No, this is pretty bad. This is a pinched nerve. It's pretty bad though. And I've been dealing with this the whole show. So I've been doing this show hurt. I don't know if you probably noticed me trying to massage my arm during the whole show and stuff.
Working hurt, brother.
Getting feeling back in there. But speaking of feeling, you know, you get to catching feelings when you watch a Smack Attack or maybe the Monday Locker Room. Maybe support some of our friends like April Hunter. You know, she'll be live tonight. You can check her out. And by the way, with that being said, if you didn't get a chance to see the Raw review, it's up right now. You got me and Jimmy T and Matt Schaffer. We broke down Monday Night Raw this past week. It's right here on YouTube. So if you're bored later, you can check that out. Now, the Pro Wrestling Reflection. It looks like they're doing some type of series on championship belts. Now, last week, if you didn't see, they reviewed or they broke down the history of the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, right? Very cool. How cool? So cool that they decided to now discuss this weekend the Knockouts title. The TNA Knockouts title. So you got back-to-back spotlights, the TNA Men's World Heavyweight Championship, and of course the TNA Knockouts title. So you want to check that out. I'll have it up later tonight on my Twitter at video form. But if you want the podcast, which most people actually enjoy, you can every Saturday at 7 a.m. It's up on Hami Media Group. And also you can go to Professor's YouTube channel if you want to watch that there. It's usually up on the same day. I have it up on Twitter if you'd rather watch it there. So with that being said, the belt is upside down. I'm an idiot. I have to, when I make a mistake, I have to, you know, admit to it. But it's never a mistake, you know, it's never a mistake working with the best in the world. I just got to say, it's actually quite my honor, my privilege. I'm thankful. Fun show today. I appreciated you guys. I appreciate my co-host. And I guess we'll talk soon. See ya. God bless.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah!
the Hustler Rip Rogers. Yeah, it's fucking me. Yeah, and listen to the fucking Hameen Media Group. That's Ben Hameen Media Group from Rip Rogers. Go get him and go fuck yourself.